What up, weirdos? It's your boy Ranger Out, Rain Dog, Range Rizzle, and my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
Welcome back to BXTV, aka Back from Hell, your Spotify and YouTube podcast where you didn't know everything you needed to know. How's everybody doing?
Fucking tight, boy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking tight.
Hell yeah. Glad to be back. So if you guys don't know, we post a podcast every week. We go live on Twitch at 12 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. It's a live podcast. It's completely separate. We can talk to chat. We do a bunch of stupid, silly shit. Yeah, so make sure you're there. Follow us on YouTube and Spotify and all that good shit. And if you're new here on YouTube, make sure you drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, baby. Smash that like button.
Yeah, lets us know you're listening. You know what I'm saying? We also just put out new comic book videos, so make sure you go check that out. It's about Gunslinger Spawn. We changed it up. We were doing some Marvel, and now we did an Image character. So maybe I think DC's next. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you guys are new here, we like to do a thing every week called Comic Book of the Week. It's one of my favorite things to look forward to every week. I'm not even gonna lie to you, especially now because we're doing it in a new way. We used to both pick a separate book, but I figured, man, why are we like talking about two different things? It's too much. It's too much. Why don't we talk about the same thing?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a book club. So I'm going to try, after this week, we're going to try and give you the next comic book ahead of time. So when this comes out, you guys can read it and then join us next time and talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give us your opinions, call us idiots.
Whatever.
If you don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So this week, I figured we do something kind of like in both of me and Juju's realms. And that is, DareDevil issue 4 that came out December 6th, 2023. So it's very, very recent. It was this week.
Yes.
The writer is Saladin Ahmed, and the penciler is German Peralta.
It's Jermaine.
Okay.
Jesus Aburidov and Clayton Cowles was the letter. Again, he shows up in a lot of the Marvel stuff. He works a lot with Marvel.
Yeah, and the cover artist that I'm going to show is John Romita. So
yep.
He killed it. I have that cover, actually. I'm going to post it here for everybody. If you're not reading this DareDevil series, I think you're missing out. I think it looks really good. It's interesting. There's a couple things that I don't love. One thing I don't love, but I'm getting used to it more so.
Yeah.
The beginning of this book, though, I'm going to say it. I love the intro to this issue, to issue number 4.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, Daredevil is pissed.
Yeah.
He is pissed off. He has an ex-cop who's now working for the Heat, which is this street gang.
Yeah.
And he's basically holding him at the edge of a building, just being like, tell me what the fuck you know. And he's like, I'll know if you're lying. And he's like listening to his heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, Daredevil is like not giving a fuck right now. Like, I think that's what this issue is kind of trying to tell us. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like, because before I go into it, still on the intro scene.
Yeah.
Like, your thoughts?
First of all, my third favorite panel is in that intro, and it's when he's holding the dude, and it's the reveal that they're on the side of a building.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking like look very Batman-esque, which I was like, okay, that might be at the time. It's like that might be my favorite panel. We get into the book later on.
Don't. We'll talk. No, I agree, because I love how the very first panel is that guy's view of Daredevil in his face.
Yes.
And you can just tell, without seeing his eyes really, like, he is fucking not playing around, yo. Like, he's angry, he's off the wall. And then, like you said, pans out, and you really see that, like, oh, this motherfucker's serious. Like, he's not giving a shit, yo. And, you know, he ends up figuring out the guy's not lying. across the building with him, puts him down.
You cut out there for a minute.
I was saying, and then he figures out the guy's not lying, so he jumps
Yeah.
across the building, puts him down, and gets him to tell everybody about what he did to kind of like shake him. And I'm like, yo. But back to my point of not like giving a fuck. I say he doesn't give a fuck because he even says like he doesn't like to wear the suit during the day, but he needs answers.
Yep.
And he's just going around town midday in the Daredevil costume, just beating ass, like choking people up, trying to get word on like what's going on the street because he knows Bullseye's out and about. Because he says it. He says it before like before anything happens. He's like, I know Bullseye's working with the Heat, so like.
Yeah.
Like, I need to find him, and, like, nobody's giving him word, and then he gets called from the police station.
Yeah. That, like, even before that, he goes to visit his friend at the Daily Bugle.
Yes. Holy. Ben. Ben the reporter. So, go ahead. That's probably your favorite part, isn't it?
It was, again... until later on in the book.
Yeah.
But you know, there's this really sick panel where he's shaking his hand, and it shows half like what normal people vision is,
and
the other
Daredevil
half is Daredevil,
and his aura is all fucked up.
Yeah,
and it's like that is a sick panel. And then he gets into the office, and he like feels his energy. There's this demon snake head lady. With a bunch of snakes coming off her head, like floating above him. And I originally didn't really like it the first time I read it. And then I read it today on the toilet, and I was like, no, this makes sense, bro. He's the church guy of the Marvel world.
Yeah.
Let's get him to, not to spoil nothing, but let's exorcise some fucking demons, Matt. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah. I mean,
he also, you don't know this, but in the last run by Chip Zdarsky, he goes to hell and dies for everybody, and then God brings him back as Daredevil born again.
Yeah.
Like,
that's when he becomes the man. They kind of reference that a little bit in this.
Yeah.
Because they're like, the man of the cloth now.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, dude.
So it's not lawyer Matt Murdock, it's Father Matt.
Yes, because when he gets called to, well, before we get into that, I love that you pointed out that like that panel they do where like he sees like the aura and like the guy's like he feel like what he sees. That was a very badass panel. Like, and I'm gonna say it now. The art was not sold short on this book.
No,
and that's why I like this series. But to really get into it more, he gets a call to go to the precinct. So because one of the kids he takes care of at the church is stealing a candy bar.
Some candy.
Yeah, essentially. And they have a heart-to-heart. She's like, what are you going to do, kick me out? I was like, no, I'm not going to be one of those, another one to your list of asshats that kick you out. Like, go back to the home, help dude with his homework. I'll be back. And he makes a pun about how the other guy there is bad at math.
Yeah. The Father Julio or whatever.
And and he got a tip earlier before he left Ben's office that something was going down tonight with the Heat.
Oh, yeah. Because the phone rings in his office. The guy is obviously under the influence of like flying Medusa.
Yeah.
So
would you smash?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't like snakes.
Snakes.
Why'd it have to be snakes?
It wasn't not the fact she's a demon. It's the snakes.
No, demon sex can be kind of weird and raunchy, and hey, whatever, But no, just the writhing hair of mess up here is not conducive for me. I feel like I'm gonna get bit a lot.
All right, continue.
So he gets a phone call, and he tells the person that he needs one of his reporters to get down there because he knows something big is gonna happen, and it's gonna be all over the fucking news.
And we got to get there first. We got to beat.
And
he said, "Do they work at the Daily Bugle, or did he say we have to beat the Daily Bugle?"
he was at the Daily Bugle,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he's
okay.
like, I have to beat him to it.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
so Matt though, long story short, he's going through fucking the city. He finds out like shit's going down
yep,
because he's trying to get to this poker game
yep,
that the heat is going to shoot up because the new boss of the city, who's like basically Kingpin now, like he's
yeah, or
like
calling himself the new
yeah,
Kingpin.
he's having a poker game, and by the time Daredevil gets there, the heat's shooting it up.
Yeah,
Boss man's running upstairs. Daredevil tries to stop him, and then he hears the heartbeat. He said it sounds like a
mhm.
jackrabbit or whatever. It's
First he hears the knives.
yeah, and then he hears the heartbeat, and he's like, and then he turns the corner, and he's like, it's fucking Bullseye. And Bullseye's like, oh, you finally showed up, being
Yeah,
the arrogant prick he is.
yes,
Like he knew he was gonna be there, and he's like, you're too late though. He's like, no, I'm not, and he like throws his fucking knife and stabs dude in the eye because Daredevil fucks him up a little bit,
yeah.
and Daredevil thinks he can stop him, but he fucking hits a fire
A tooth.
alarm.
He hits the fire alarm with the tooth. That was my
Yeah.
favorite panel right there.
Yeah, dude.
Was the tooth flying over? He's like, "You never miss." And he's like, "I didn't."
Yeah, and he hits it and like fucks up Daredevil's vision and
Yeah,
hearing because he can't. Well, not vision, but his version of vision. And
it's sonar. That's what it is. It's
yeah,
sonar.
and then by the end, he walks out the building and he walks out with the
Yeah.
fucking the drug lord,
Oh, yeah,
the kingpin boss dude, not actual kingpin, on his
yeah. He
shoulder.
still
Puts
has
him.
a knife in his eye,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Still has a knife in his eye. Excuse me. Still has a knife in his eye, and Ben shows up
Yep.
in a new whip, telling him, "You can't afford this on a preacher's salary." Blah blah blah. And then Daredevil literally exorcises a demon
Yeah.
from him.
Which, I mean, in the context of the story, it makes sense. But I'm just also very confused as to whether or not like the demon, other than like the demon's presence, if he was actually aware that this is like a physical thing, or if it was just like spiritual energy.
Well,
Like
no,
that's
because So have you read all four?
no. I just
Okay,
I started the first one and then I read this one.
okay, so listen. In the other ones, he has like Electro was under the spell of like under the control of a demon, and he
Yeah, they
fights.
talked about that in
Yes,
the
yes, and so like this is not
previously on.
this. And like I'm saying, this is a continuation of Chip Zdarsky's run, if I'm correct. So this isn't his first go around with the afterlife. So
Okay.
like,
All right.
so he's aware that like demons and spirits and shit are somewhere fucking around with shit. And
Yeah.
like, and he's aware that he's not even supposed to be alive. Like he died and went to hell. Like he died in
Okay.
hell or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, and then God brought him back.
Yeah. To
And
save the sins of humanity.
yeah, like Father.
I'm hand waving that, but that's actually a huge deal.
But overall, dude, I've read it twice now.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun.
I thought it was a fun Daredevil story. The supernatural part of it, I was not expecting. So that would to me was kind of like, oh, whoa.
I picked
Okay,
it.
they're doing that.
I picked it for that reason. I knew Daredevil with some street level like thug violence with a supernatural twist was totally
Yeah.
up your alley. I was like, it's like almost like some John Constantine meets Daredevil shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like they gave a little bit of John Constantine over to Daredevil, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
no.
also thought it's funny where if you step outside for just a moment, the whole exorcism scene is a blind priest showing a fucking cross to a guy in front of a Lambo,
dressed as like a playboy, and
yeah.
the priest is dressed in full Daredevil costume. He's fully red. He's fully fucking red, mate. Like it totally is. Like if you were just somebody standing there, you'd be like, you'd be like, okay, who's fucked up on drugs right now? Which one of you? I can't decide. Or is it both?
Instagram.
Yeah, dead ass, dude. Snapchat. going straight to TikTok.
Yo,
But
dude, look at what I'm seeing.
but for real, I'm gonna say that the art. Let's grade the art. We got
Yeah,
it. Let's start with the art. I think the art was a solid, like, borderline 9 or a 9.
I'd say 9.5. That tooth
9.
going, that tooth arching, and just
Yeah,
the
cause
detail.
yeah, cause I'm not gonna lie. I really, really enjoyed. I enjoyed the first couple pages, like the first 2 pages, where they're
Hmm.
like the
Yeah,
first page where like they're introducing him, interrogating the dude, and then I really like the panel you pointed out where he draws like half and half of what his body looks like
yeah,
to the world, and I've just enjoyed every one I've read. Like I'm definitely like a fan.
yeah,
So a 9, 9.5, 9.5 on art. And I'm gonna say the story was a 9.
yeah. Like dude, not to make your point. Like I'm looking at the panel where the demon is on the dude's shoulder and like talking to him. You can see the slosh of the coffee inside the coffee pot.
Oh, dude, no. That's what I meant to point out. When Daredevil is, or when Matt Murdock, Father Matt, is at the office and he's shaking his hand,
Yeah,
they show Matt Murdock's glasses. You can
yeah,
see,
and you can
you
see the
see the red
reflection.
and
Yeah,
black outline of the demon in the glasses.
in the glasses. And again, that's not something like first glance that you really
I
kind of like
feel,
pick up
I
on.
feel like a lot of it was like shout outs to kind of Frank Miller's Daredevil
Yeah,
comic because like there's a couple panels in Born Again where like the glasses have a bunch of shit going on in them, and I don't know though, dude. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "This is shit," because why is he doing an exorcism? Man, it was fun.
yeah,
They do the street level and they add a new twist. Let's have fun with it. Let's enjoy it. Let's not trip our balls.
and
And
also like I hate to be that guy. Supernatural shit happens all the time, whether you're aware of it or not.
yeah, I'm not
You
gonna
know.
to
So for
be
me,
to
it's
agree or
not
disagree on
outside.
that.
To me, it's not completely outside the realm of possibility. It's
Okay, but
his
Juju,
name,
that's not the.
Daredevil. You know.
I know, but that's not. See, that's a personal thing. The thing is, though, the trope is Daredevil has never really been a.
Yeah, he's never really been like a very religious,
I
like,
mean, he has. He's always loved God, but
yeah,
I feel like some people just want him to be dealing with like street thug shit.
yeah. He's always kind of like when you said Daredevil, I honestly thought it was going to be very like grounded in reality. Um, street level crime fighting, which I have no problem with at all. Like that's why I also enjoy Punisher stories and hearing about them. You know, but also like if you're gonna be nitpicky, his name is Daredevil. It's gonna have eventually something to do with that later on.
No,
You know?
100%. And I have a question for you though.
Yeah, sure,
Are you gonna continue reading this story?
absolutely. I'm gonna go back and reread the first three.
Okay, hell yeah,
Um,
dude.
because there were some in the first one. There was a couple panels that I like of him being in the taxi, and
Yeah. I have them if you just if you wanna read them like over here one day. If you just wanna come over like and hang out one day, you can just come read them.
yeah, sure. I mean, I'm always down to be paroled.
I'm just saying, they're single issues that I don't really want to leave my house.
Um, so with that being said, this kind of brings a good question to mind because obviously, like now, perceptions can kind of change with when you read comic books. We talked about this earlier. What superhero would the Joker be obsessed with from Marvel if they did a Marvel Joker crossover?
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out.
Sure.
I personally think he would have it out. I hate to be so like just typical, They really think he'd have a problem with Spider-Man.
You know what? I think
I think
for him, it would be flashbacks to dealing with Robin and him being like, "All right, well, where's your big daddy?" And him constantly just thinking that there's another superhero who's mentoring
well,
Spider-Man. You
nah,
know?
man. I think it's gonna be. I think the opposite, because you don't realize how strong Spider-Man is. Like,
Oh no, I know that
I'm saying,
he's
I'm
never
saying,
pulling his
like,
punches.
like
Yeah,
he saves New York constantly. He's like
yeah.
always like trying to save this one city. So it's like I think Joker would see Hobgoblin and them failing at this all the time, and just I think he would go crazy on his ass.
Um, initially I also thought Spider-Man. Um, but upon reflection, I actually think that the one he would probably come into contact the most would be Daredevil. In that they Daredevil mainly operates on the street level, so he's going to be the first initial one to deal with the
Well,
Joker.
see, that's where I think see, you're talking about Spider-Man and Daredevil in New York. Spider-Man always saves New York. Like, Daredevil, like, helps him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't th- I don't think Daredevil is as much of a challenge as Spider-Man is for Joker. And I think Joker would find, I hate to say this about my boy Daredevil, but I think he would find his weaknesses way too easily.
Yeah,
And
fair point.
and
Yeah,
I think it would be that's why I think Spider-Man still is like, cuz like he likes a challenge.
yeah.
I'm not saying Daredevil wouldn't give him the work a little bit, but
I also just think that like
I
put
get
the
what you're
Joker.
saying. I get what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying.
I'll put the Joker in anything Marvel. It's his level of like just criminal insanity. Like it would be a bomb. It'd be a literal nuclear bomb. Like he would win. He would like.
Well, no, I think
I'm
the
not saying that they're all low powered, but I'm just saying that like they just wouldn't be aware of like the lengths this dude will go.
I
You
think
know?
I think what would happen is Joker would go rampant on Marvel, and then the Punisher would just kill him. Like,
Yeah,
the Punisher would just be like, "All right, I'm done waiting for y'all to lock this crazy son of a bitch up.
and
I'm
everybody
putting him
would be
down."
super pissed at him for doing that. By the way, like
100%. 100%. I think
I mean, dude, how funny would it be like if fucking Ghost Rider showed up, tried to give the Joker the penance stare, and it's just like, well, fuck, you're already just evil to the core. This is not gonna help. Like,
I don't know, it may work. It may
this
work.
shit is not.
The pen and stare may work. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly feel like the Joker is a man who is so evil that if he ever showed up to the gates of hell, Lucifer would be like, no, go back.
Yeah, get the
I,
fuck out
I,
of here.
I have
I
enough.
He's a fucked up individual, dude. He's an asshat.
I mean, but a fun fucked up individual.
Yeah, his origin story is about to come out in the new in the continuation Batman series that's going on by Chip
Oh, word.
Zdarsky. It's Joker
Nice.
Year One is what it's titled. It's gonna be throughout a couple issues. It's gonna be the origin of the Joker.
The definitive origin because like or that's kind of the cool thing about the Joker is that you can never really tack on just
Well,
one.
no, you can, because they retcon it. They end up making
Yeah,
new stories, and then they're like, no, this is now his
yeah,
origin
this is
story.
now his origin story. And they also do really cool shit with that sometimes. Like I, I will go on a tangent here and say that like Batman Beyond, I loved the fact that even though the Joker himself is not present in that series and he's dead, his presence is still in Gotham. Like that is
Yeah,
something that will never go away. Is idiots dressing up like clowns fucking shit up.
you like that. I like the some people may not like it, but I like the past two miniseries by Batman Beyond. They've been fun. I know the Second on Charles on the West End has one of them, the trade paperback. Yeah.
And actually, this leads into another one. Batman Gargoyle of Gotham set to return December 12th. Are you
Oh,
excited?
am I fucking excited, dude? I've been waiting forever for fucking uh goddamn the second book, dude. I've been waiting forever. Raphael Grandpa, that's who's the author and the illustrator on the book. He
Nice.
he is killing it. I mean, dude, the first issue is just groundbreaking. Like it is literally like it sunk me. I thought it was gonna be out again in like a month. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. Like, but it's like I think it's like 56 pages or something. I could be wrong. This is the first issue, so hopefully the second issue's long. I mean, the art is so good. I was iffy on the suit at first, and then like I saw one panel and I was like, nah, this shit is sick. It's its own style with a mix of other shit. If you don't like this, you're fucking boring.
Fair enough. Um, can I be honest with you and say that like a lot of Batman comics, when it's the when it's the gray suit, I'm kind of going like you're not trying in a way.
Oh, nah,
Like,
dude. This one though, this one's fi. Like, have you seen it?
I saw the art for it when we first talked about it a couple months ago, but I've not seen recently, and I'm gonna Google it right now.
Dude, I love the suit. I posted it on Twitter way back. I posted a couple panels I loved from it. Cause he's basically on some year one shit. He's like telling he's telling him like, yo, oh Butler boy, I don't want to be Bruce Wayne. We can fake my
Yeah.
death. I want to just be Batman. Like I just want to fucking put the fear of fucking Batman in everybody. And
Oh yeah.
he's just like busting teeth in one panel, and
Yeah.
it's just his fucking fist going in this dude's mouth, and it's like, yo,
It
I'm
almost kinda has like a silvery tint to it, which is really nice. I think.
yeah, dude, no, it's so good. Raphael is killing it, dude. If you haven't read this book, stop fucking sleeping. If you're a Batman fan, you need to read this.
I think I
Uh,
can get my DC app. I
Like,
have to pay for it, but I best.
dude, it's worth buying a copy. I think it's a
On.
good investment book. I think later down the road, it's gonna be worth
Oh yeah,
something.
the Batman of Gotham.
No, it's
Let's see.
Gargoyle Gotham.
Oh God, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, Gargoyle.
I can send you a link to get a copy.
No, I got it.
Yeah,
Uh,
digitally. You got a bullshit digital version. I mean, at least you're reading it.
yeah, I just have
But
to
you,
sign up for the top tier. I'll do that later.
yeah, let's say
Um,
we're doing a pod, bro.
yeah. Um, this it looks like a fucking direction I'd go in. Like hands down, I like the shorter ears on the cowl. I like a lot of this.
Dude,
Um,
it's
and I
very.
feel bad saying that I don't like the gray suit, but you know the one I'm talking about though,
No,
right?
I do, but this one's good, and
Yeah, this
I
is top
I
tier.
like how it's just like a dark and violent vibe. Like this is not a children's Batman. Like they were like, all right, y'all, here you go. Like
Yeah,
let's give you some hardcore shit.
I'm Batman, motherfucker.
Literally though, dude, I'm so here
Yeah.
for it. I'm so here for it. Speaking of comics we're here for, I just made a new investment.
Oh,
I just got issues 1 through 31 and 33 through 36 of Punisher Max for like cheaper than the omnibus for 1 through 30 of the Omni.
Holy
So,
shit.
so I gotta get 32 and 37 through 70, but I'm so here for it. I'm so fucking here for it, dude. Punisher Max by Garth Ennis.
So I know what to get you for Christmas. Thank you. Make my
uh,
job so easy. No, I'm gonna get you something fire. Don't worry. Um,
I hate to say this because you got it for me last year, but I made a tweet. The only things I need for Christmas are graphic novels and socks. Nice socks.
Dude, that's how you know you're getting old.
Yep, because I just want books and socks.
I'm just like a new shirt. Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks.
dude, dead ass. I mean, but for real, I don't know. I just wanted like I wanted a new run to start collecting and reading. So, and I wanted to read that, and it was way cheaper than the Omni cost $100 to pre-order, and it's not out till June. And you can get it on eBay, like it's not in print anymore. You can get it on eBay for like $150. So I got the first 36 issue. I got like the first 36 issues basically for $60.
Oh shit.
And I got it in like comic form, which I love.
Um, I'll give you a tip. You should get a Richmond. You live in the city of Richmond. You're eligible to get a Richmond City Public Library card. And I
Yeah.
tell you this because they do sell a lot of graphic novels.
Sell or you can read.
Like these are no. Well, you can check out whatever their section is, but because they cycle through, a lot of them they get put on sale. A lot of old library books are sold in libraries. So you
Okay.
can you could get like mine for my version of 300 for instance was a library book.
Okay, so maybe
Um
maybe I'll get a library card, go see what they got. Cause dude,
yeah,
Second and Charles was taxing on omnibuses. Like their trades were cheap, but their omnis were like I hate to say it, you just go on Amazon and get them for like $40-$60 cheaper, and it's
yeah,
not
I mean,
used.
yeah. Or yeah, Amazon. I mean Barnes and Noble.
They do have a good Conan Omni for $80 there though that I was thinking about getting.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I would like to read some more like classic Conan.
You know what's really funny though? I would kind of like to read the pulp books
The
of
what?
Conan the Barbarian. The pulp,
Yeah, oh
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
original Pope,
Like the
like
magazine printed joints.
yeah, yeah. I kind of for Conan. I just want to see like what held over and like what didn't. You know?
I just want to read good Conan. I just want to read old good
Yeah.
Conan. I don't care what it is. I just want to read old good Conan. And it seems to be hard to find volume 1 of the Marvel one. It's always sold out. The Omni, it's always like 2 through like 9 or whatever. I'm like, Jesus fuck, you have that many?
I mean, and that character has been around ages. Batman 2.
What do
It's
you
really
want
weird.
what do you want for Christmas?
Honestly, I haven't I didn't really give a lot of thought. Um all right. I really want an action figure for my desk. Like a sick like alien maybe.
Okay.
Like I don't really
Okay.
have a lot of like alien or predator stuff. Um
I'll keep it in mind.
yeah.
I'll keep it in mind. I can make something happen. I think I can make something shake.
But
But
honestly, like dude, I'm easy to buy for.
no, I know, but I just don't want to get you anything. But no, yeah, I think so. I think the next. So I bought the trade paperback 9 of Walking Dead, which is like 48 through whatever the next 6 issues, and then I'm gonna try and get the third Compendium of Invincible, finish that,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna powerhouse Walking Dead, and I think I'm gonna finish Punisher Max because I'm gonna have the first 36. So why not try and get the rest, like the other 30, whatever?
Yeah, man. Um,
I have a plan.
yeah. So out of all the Punisher that you have read, what is the one arc you would like to see in a TV show?
Um, I don't know. I think Punisher Max is based off. I think the show's based off of Punisher Max. I could be wrong. I just read like a little synopsis and it kind of
Yeah.
sounded familiar. But I don't know. I want to read more Punisher before I answer that. To be
Fair enough.
fair, you know,
Fair.
I
Fair
really
enough.
haven't read enough. That's why I'm reading Max because I hear that's like a lot of people are saying that's like one of the best runs of Punisher. So I was like, why not start there? You know,
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I got a follow up to that.
let's get it.
You get to go to Marvel. Which movie are you pitching?
What movie am I pitching? Um, if I was at Marvel and I could pitch a movie, I would probably pitch. Fuck, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Um, I would pitch a Planet Hulk movie. I think
Okay.
that could be badass, like a 3-part movie or something, or maybe a 2-part
Yeah.
movie. I don't think you could do it all in one story or one movie. Maybe if you did like 3 hours, but I think that'd be a badass. It's just like intergalactic, bunch of gnarly shit happens with like a bunch of like C and B roll characters and shit. Korg's in it. People already know who Korg is. Um, yeah, Silver Surfer shows up, so you could throw that in there. That's what I would do. What about you?
I I would probably go in there and I would probably pitch an X-Men movie.
Okay,
Um
okay.
the reason being is that like I would like for it to be kind of similar. I would set it in the 90s, kind of retroactively be like, okay, Charles Xavier, these are the X-Men before the Avengers, before superheroes were a thing. Charles Xavier knows about mutants because he's a mutant, and you could do the entire like Ultimate X-Men Volume 1, like the story arc of the attack on Washington and all of that. And you would have the Sentinel program being activated. You would have Magneto with the Brotherhood of Mutants. I would kind of dial that back a little bit because it's got to fit with the Marvel universe and what's already been established.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'd probably pull something like, oh, it's in the South, South America in the middle of the jungle where nobody goes. That's his like lair, you know.
Okay, hell yeah. I'm down with either pitch. I could dig them. You guys let
I
us
would
know.
keep,
Let us know in the comments down below what movie you'd
yeah.
pitch to Marvel.
And I would keep Fassbender and McElroy as Charles and Magneto.
I think the dude who played Magneto is too old now, bro.
Well, fuck, what's his name? He's in Inglourious Bastards.
That's also an old movie.
um, yeah. Well, I don't know. They had Ian McKellen in the first
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
first one, and he's definitely like pushing it in age, still playing Gandalf.
No,
So
100%, 100%. Well, shit, dudes. I hope you guys all had fun. GG, you have fun?
yeah, man, I always have fun. I always have
Hell
fun when we
yeah.
do these.
Hell yeah. Let us know down below if you had fun, if you enjoyed it, and what we should talk about next time. You know what I mean?
Oh
If
yeah.
you're on Spotify, just drop a follow. If you're here on YouTube, make sure you drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And
Yes.
remember, never offended and always recommended, my dudes. Later.